Welcome back to Wayne TV. It is that time of the month where we check in with the United Way of Wayne County. Ladies, it feels like this campaign has flown by.
It has, way too fast, hasn't it?
Insane. And we're now in November, and campaign is, we have the big final event in December, right?
We do. We have it early December, although we collect all the way through the end of the year. So we'll close things out December 31st. And sometimes, lots of our residentials are still kind of doing their last minute investing and gifting. And so we'll receive that through December. But our finale, we like to hold a finale event because we're going to be doing our fair share, which we'll have to talk about that. And then we'll certainly announce where we are then. But it is going way too fast.
It is. It's flying. We have a beautiful sign here. This is an exact replica of the sign that you can find right downtown, right at the corner where like the firehouse is, right there.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
I love the peek around the sign there.
Yes, yes. So when we hit a monumental 10% increase, we pull that right on up. And today we are at 50%. We've been hitting the ground since July. Really getting out there, pushing our goal that we are $850,000, hoping to improve the lives of 17,000 individuals. And so today we are at 50%, and we're really wrapping things up and hoping that by the end of the year we can really increase that to make an impact.
This is a plea to the community.
It is.
I mean, it's November, and it's December's going to be here before we know it, and we're at 50%.
Yes.
We've got to get that number higher.
We
Yes.
do.
And for those of you, you've probably heard us talking about it, but all this money is staying in Wayne County. It's benefiting all these partner programs here in the county, and it's just a no-brainer. It's a perfect time to give. It's the holiday season. We're getting there.
Yes.
I'm already in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
playing Christmas music today.
I was too, literally before y'all came in.
All right.
So, yeah. But I mean, just look at that, 17,000 lives. I mean, in a county of 125,000,
Yeah.
17,000 is a massive chunk of that need help.
It is, and we know that so many more need it as well. And we certainly like to share that we work with all nonprofits in the community. We consider that part of our mission is to help support them and lift them up. We can't fund all of them, but wow, we've got 14 agencies and 20 different programs that we're supporting because of the community campaign.
Yep.
And so what happens when we don't reach our goal, then it's the threat of those programs not being able to be as successful as they want to be and need to be able to benefit our community.
And not even being able to fund all of them, but just organizing all of them and getting them all at the same table to talk is another thing that you guys have been doing a lot of. And I tell you, you think we're kidding when we say like whenever there's a need in the community, the United Way is always the first that we call it the county. We're like, hey, let's see if the United Way can help, because you have that connection with all those nonprofits, and it's so crucial. I mean, and there's so many programs. You hope that you never need one of these programs, right? Some of them, I should say. Like the fire program and things like that. But if you do need it, there are resources there, and there are costs associated with this. So that's why it's so important to give.
And we're constantly looking for issues in our community, and then getting those partners and programs around the table so that we can find solutions. And then when we go throughout the year annually trying to host this community campaign, that is what it's for. We're standing in the gap for these programs. We represent these programs. And we're the connector and the umbrella to where you can invest and pledge. And we know that for every $50 annually, one person is helped. We know that there are far greater than 17,000 individuals that we might not know yet. That could be you, that could be me. If we do have a house fire, we are going to need American Red Cross. We know that some of these programs are federally funded, but where we represent and where we stand in is what is not federally funded.
And of course, all this, for people who need help, you guys have the number that people can call, and that's a statewide number. But any of the money that you give is staying right here in Wayne County. But I mean, it's just all part of this big umbrella of United Way that's so great. You get hit with all these different donations, right? Like, give money here, give money here. The nice thing about United Way, you give it one place, and it benefits all these
You're
programs.
supporting all of those programs. You know, I think often when I'm sharing what we do, I obviously share a lot about the support, about the programs, but it's almost these two buckets of, you know, this is a big part of our mission is to support these programs, but also we know that when there are community issues, we want to be ready to find the solutions. And so our arms are extended out to, you know, government, education, medical. So we want to have those partnerships and make a difference. And so we couldn't do that without the support of the community. This campaign is what makes a difference. Our partnership with the Wayne County Health Department, with Wayne County Public Schools, with Wayne UNC. You know, I spoke with them last night. We're working through some issues, and if we don't have the support of that, it does make challenges for us. And so I hope that folks know when they're giving to the United Way, this is a commitment that they're doing to support their community, and it does stay right here. We talked about 211, you mentioned that a moment ago, and that it is a United Way branded call center. We're very fortunate to have it across the state. Not every state has it to work for them all across the state. So we're glad to be able to provide support for that, but what it means is that support comes through our community campaign also, and we keep them updated with all of the opportunities that are here for folks to get support and resources. So we stay on top of that, but we want to be able to make sure that everyone knows, especially our, you know, our EMS, fire department, police department, city and county employees who are really engaged with the community in such a strong way. You're going to see that there are people that are in need, and we want them to have that resource to give.
It's, you know, you hear about 211, I feel like a lot after hurricanes and natural disasters and stuff, right? The state, I mean, that the state level is pushing that information out. And you know, it's interesting because, you know, as you know, in government, you don't typically push things out like that unless it's your own product, right? Like you're really funny about that. But when you see the state pushing out the United Way number, like if you need help, this is who you should call. I mean, that's got to feel pretty good as the United Way. You know, you're the official I don't know what you want to say, brand, you know, for help within the state. So
well, especially when it comes to our natural disasters. I mean, even COVID-19, obviously, that was a disaster that we've been dealing with, and so folks needing to know, where do I go because I'm needing utility assistance or I need food assistance, and it kind of went through that gamut for us, didn't it? With COVID, you know, there was a strong need for food assistance. People weren't working, and they were worried about how they were going to feed their family, and we knew, you know, we could project. Okay, that's what the issue is now. We're looking at 6 to 8 months, 9 months out. We're going to be having utility needs, and it's exactly what happened. And so we had lots of, you know, folks calling 211, and so keeping them updated is so important. But again, that comes from the community campaign, us being able to provide the support there.
Okay, talk a little bit about the finale, the big drawing coming up in December.
Let's talk about that.
We are so excited about being able to give back to an investor because of an anonymous donation. For the third year in a row, there has been a gift earmarked specifically for the Fair Share Challenge in the amount of $10,000. So one investor who pledges 1 hour pay per month for 12 months goes into our random drawing, and we have been pulling and drawing names every Friday morning. This Friday is our last drawing for the semifinal round. So then we'll have 50 names in the bucket that go back in the golden drum, and then next Friday, the 19th, we will pull 20 names that will move on to the final round. December 2nd is our finale, where we will not only gift somebody with $10,000 cash, but we will also be able to award some of our Wayne County Public Schools educator mini grants as well, totaling $7,500. So we're so excited that this is separate from our campaign. These are sponsored funds that have come in, and we're able to give back to not only an investor in the community, but also our schools and their classrooms. So we're excited about that.
That's really cool.
I love that anonymous donor recognizes that I want to be able to give an investor something back, something to, you know, to just look to achieve, even though our donors, you know, our investors most of the time, they're not, sure, that's fun to be able to put your name in, and it's exciting.
It is.
But they're giving because that's where their heart is, and they want to give back to this community. So I love that this anonymous donor just says, hey, I want to be able to put a way that someone has another initiative, another another opportunity to give, and to get something back.
And it's an hour of
1 hour pay
per month.
In the workplace campaign that we go throughout the entire community, sharing the same message of who we are and what we do, they all have an opportunity to give 1 hour pay. So if an employee makes $10 an hour, they would
I make
give
three. So is that you'll
You
still
make
take
three?
it? Yeah, $3.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. $3 an hour.
Perfect.
Your name goes in the barrel.
But you know, when you think about it, right? Like,
yeah.
and I know that different people are in different situations, but
Sure.
an hour of pay a month is really not all that horrible, and it
You
is
give
really
up a
going.
few Starbucks drinks.
Yeah,
You give up
exactly.
a few meals eating
Exactly.
out. You give up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it's through payroll deduction, I don't know.
You don't even
this
see
is
it.
how
You
it
don't
was
see it.
always for me, and still is. You don't see it. You don't feel it,
Yeah.
and so it.
If
just
you
is
get paid
easier.
weekly too, you really, it's very even more
Yeah.
minimal. You know,
Yeah.
$10 divided by 4.
Yep,
Doing that weekly,
it's
it,
minimal.
It really is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is. So when we give a little, so much can happen. When so many people give,
Yeah.
so much can happen, and we can reach our goal, and we can improve these lives, because it might be you, it might be your neighbor, it might be a parent. It hopefully it won't be
Yeah.
one of us.
If people are interested in giving, how do they do it? What's the best way
They
to do
can
it?
go on our website at unitedwayne.org, and that is all plastered all over our website. But also, they can call us if they have questions. Maybe they're an employer who wants to hold a campaign. It's not too late.
There's still time.
We can come in, and we just, you've seen it, we just provide a presentation about 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So that we can explain to those investors where their investment's going. And then we provide them with the paperwork, and then the employer handles it from there. And this is an investment for 2022, so it would not begin until January and go through next year. But they can just give us a call at 919-735-3591.
And it's literally not like going on some sketch website and making it. They'll literally come to your business and give you the whole
Yeah.
presentation, and they'll go anywhere and everywhere.
And not only that, but if you aren't in a workplace, like Sherry said, log on to our website, unitedwayne.org, and there is an option to be able to pay through a secure
Yeah.
area there, PayPal, and
Yeah,
It's
and
easy.
that option allows individuals, and we have quite a few who do this, who say, I want to be able to give $25 a month, or whatever it is, they can sign up to do it that way, because it still might be a little easier to do
Yeah.
that way, but still reach so many in our community.
Awesome. Ladies, is there anything else we need to talk about today?
That covers it.
We
so
just need your help to move this needle
Yes,
a
we
little
do.
bit.
Yes, we
and you
do.
can catch this sign again. It's downtown in Goldsboro, right at the. I'm bad with road names, but it's right there.
John and Ash.
John and Ash. There we go. And so you'll see a sign just like this out there. And so we want to see these things get ripped off
That's
till we
right.
get up to 100%.
absolutely, and celebrate as a community for sure.
Absolutely. Y'all, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Again, check them out on the web. They're on Facebook as well. They share a lot of community information on their Facebook page. So be sure and hit that like button for the United Way on Facebook of Wayne County. So we'll see y'all again next month.
Thank you, Joel.
All right. Thanks.